Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today we're going to talk about the merging pattern. Okay, so this is the second video in a 5-part series on the 5 personality patterns by Steven Kessler and how those show up in people's careers. This week we're going to be talking about the merging pattern. So the merging pattern can take 2 forms, but they're both versions of merging or kind of uniting your well-being with the well-being of someone else. So the standard merging pattern is where somebody is dependent upon somebody else, right? This like, oh, well, in order to feel whole, I need them to care for me and accept me and all this kind of stuff. So they don't have their own kind of like independent, self-sufficient center of energy. And then the adapted or compensated version of this is where there's like a savior complex, where they're like, oh, well, rather than merge upwards, I'm going to merge downwards, and I'm going to take care of somebody. Then what happens is their well-being is dependent upon the well-being of, the person that they feel that they have to save. So how does this show up in people's careers? Well, the standard merging pattern where someone is merging upwards, I see is that, if somebody's in that position, that they don't make their own career choices. They look for the approval and permission of whoever that person is. So that could be a partner, it could be a parent, it could be, even a friend that they really look up to, where, they're unwilling to go against that person's viewpoint because they don't have their own independent source of energy that they're generating for themselves. So that they have somebody else making their career decisions for them. And it's never really ideal in any aspect of life to be dependent upon somebody else to make your decisions for you. The buck has to stop with you if you're really going to be truly fulfilled. For the compensated merging pattern, the way that I see that showing up in careers is that people will take positions where they're, helping people, right? Either in, potentially in healthcare or in nonprofits or, any of this other kind of stuff. And then they will push themselves on that to the point of burnout, right? Because they've got this savior complex going where they think that the only way they can fuel themselves is by helping others. But in reality, that actually isn't giving them what they need. They actually need to have their own internal sense of being okay and having peace, and then fill their cup and then let the cup overflow rather than trying to fill everybody else's cup from an empty cup, right? Because that's what happens is they deplete themselves, they burn out, and then they crash. And that never ends well. So if you're in either one of these merging patterns and you're seeing that that's affecting your career, the solution is the same in both cases. And that is becoming comfortable with you as your own source of energy without any kind of external validation from anybody else. Becoming comfortable with you and what you really value, getting in touch with what you really value, getting in touch with what really matters to you, and developing, really going and practicing that idea of standing on your own 2 feet and being the buck stops with you on all of your life decisions, and energetically that, especially if you're in the compensated merging pattern, doing some self-care and being like, hey, listen, this is what I need, right? Being in touch with your own needs, expressing those needs, and making decisions based on that rather than what other people think or what you think anybody else needs. So I'll see you next week for the 3rd pattern. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something that resonated with you, maybe a new connection that you made or some information that shifted your perspective, if you found value here, then I want to give you one last gift. So I've put together a free diagnostic that I call a checkup with the career doctor. Short list of questions, and as you answer them, it's going to give you a readout of where you stand on the important metrics of career fulfillment, right? How happy are you with your job and how good a fit is it, right? Financial success, which we all know, and then internal alignment, which is your level of inner peace and the inner resources that you have to bring to creating the life that you want. Additionally, it's also going to show you which areas you can improve on to get those metrics moving in the right direction, as well as how can we at the Oculus Institute help you make progress. So it's totally free, 100%. All you have to do is just go to www.oculusinstitute.com/purpose quiz, right? No spaces, no dashes, just oculusinstitute.com. That's OCULUSINSTITUTE.com/purpose quiz. And you can take it totally for free. You'll get a free report sent to you. And then at the end, it will give you some next steps of what you can do to reach out so that we can help you create the career of your dreams.